Bill Cosby is America's dad, and I'll tell you one thing, he would be caught dead in that pussy gear.
A lot to unpack there.
That's a real man. Holy shit, did he make some strong drinks.
I mean, the boys. Where the fuck did this show come from? You know what I mean? I know, yes, it's been around since 2019, but let's get fucking real here. Where the fuck was this show fucking years ago? And I don't mean that in the bad way, like, where, oh, this should have came out back when we were fucking this age. No. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that, like, this show, man. It just delivers on every. When have you had a show recently, which, there's a lot you can argue me with when I say this, is, excuse me, guys. Sorry, jeez, just had lunch here. And oh yeah, and oh, excuse me. This is a good excuse though. I apologize for the introduction. All right, I just this is High Times with your boy VHS Smuggler. So we're gonna be talking today about what? Like I mentioned, the boys. I think this is more. You know what? I want to do this because this is more of an appreciation. Chat. You know what I mean? Like, just to show appreciation to the show. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, it just delivers on all fronts. The emotions, the build up to the characters, the character development on each character is just so fucking balanced. When have you had a superhero show that's done that so fucking well like The Boys has? And, I may go as far as to say that this may be the greatest superhero show of all time. Hands down. If you want to talk about live action, this is not counting animated, none of that shit. You know what I mean? I'm talking about like just live action. You know what I mean? Like the real stuff. You know what I mean? Like I think that can be. I think that's a valid argument. I really do think so because, the boy speaks for itself. For the people that have seen it, which we're gonna get into it because the most recent episode of season 3 came out, which was episode 7. Holy shit. This was just a twist and turn fucking karma filled fucking episode. But at the same time, at the end of the day, it's one of those things where it's like, wow, like it is so consistent for a superhero show to be so. Even comic book readers of the actual comic itself, you know what I mean, have said, oh, the fucking show is way better than the comic. You know what I mean? And all that stuff like that. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't even know about fucking The Boys, the comic book specifically, until the actual show came out. Because I did have people tell me, hey, you seen The Boys? I said, and I'll be honest with you, it wasn't a lot of people that fucking, you know, that really suggested it. They were, just some people. And I was like, yeah, it's a superhero show. It's gory. I said, maybe I should give it a chance. It's like right up my alley. I'm weird, guys. I'll fucking have something that's right up my alley for some of me to watch. Everyone else is watching. I'm the only one that's not. And then I start watching it when everyone else has already watched it or caught up with everything. I fucking swear to God, it's backwards with me. God, but it's just like one of those shows, which we'll get into right now. But I apologize to finish the introduction here, ladies and gentlemen. Um, Obviously, your boy VHS Smuggler here. This podcast is just gonna be just a fucking chill, July 4th weekend, fucking just chit chat. You know what I mean? Grab your J's, grab your fucking blunts, roll one, whatever you gotta do, fucking hit the ball, your piece, whatever it is. You know what I mean? Whatever the fuck it is, relax, chill, maybe even pop a beer. It is, yeah, July 4th weekend, which happy July 4th to everybody. You know what I mean? Happy July 4th to everybody. But thank you for being here, for also for whoever's listening, or has given us the chance, to be listened to, by you, if that makes any sense at all. Come on, guys. I had some fucking crazy ass indica, you know what I mean? If you guys want to know what I'm specifically having, I am having GMO cookies. It's from my local dispensary in downtown LA. They are great. Awesome place. To be honest with you, and I always get my stuff from there, and they're just it's Saturday. Tomorrow, unfortunately, I work, but I do get Monday off, but it's stupid, fucking, whatever. Anyways, But thanks for anyways, again, thanks for being here. Just me today. So just gonna be us. Just gonna be you and me chilling. Unfortunately, the homie's out today. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, I wanted to do this anyway, and just really fucking out of just curiosity in the past like months, just seeing what this show was about, and I'm glad I was able to catch up finally. Which fucking last week kept me till 2 in the morning. But whatever. But it was worth it. It was worth it, obviously. But I mean, let's get right straight into it. I mean, from beginning to end, from fucking season 1, episode 1 to fucking now season 3, episode 7. I mean, it just keeps going and going and going. I mean, like I said earlier, which I'll repeat again. You're gonna hear a lot of repeats, guys. Okay, just fucking relax here. All right, just bear with me. You know what kind of fucking chat we're having today. You know what kind of. Anyways, uh, the character development really is the main thing. You know what I mean? The way they made these superheroes just feel so fucking human. I mean, they do it better than the fucking movies. I'm sorry, they do it better than the MCU. You know what I mean? I'll be honest. This show is fucking like holy shit. And when have you seen a show that just goes all out, no fucking boundaries? Doesn't give a shit about anything. Yeah, the comic books like that, obviously. But it's so funny how they made it for nowadays, right? You think it's how much of a fucking coincidence is that? Is it really a coincidence? Because look what's happening in the world, and they got so much to work off of to put in the show to, satire of, and then just fucking make a whole fucking parody of things, but at the same time make it within the shows, just so like they blend it within the show so well is what I'm trying to say. And the gore, the fucking the sex, the crazy shit. Come on, fucking season. Oh, by the way, guys, sorry. You know what? I'm glad I don't think I said any spoilers yet. I'm fucking surprised actually. But yes, you know how we do it here. Spoilers, spoiler reviews, no spoiler free shit. You go fucking on YouTube for that shit. You know what I'm saying? you go fucking watch some actors and fucking that do that shit. But no, I just messed around. But anyways, guys, yeah, it's just it delivers on that and on all that. The jokes what was I saying before? Fucking season 3, episode 1, where fucking Termite goes in his fucking boyfriend's fucking dick hole. What the fuck? Like what? Like come on. Like that's just pushing it. But is it? No, because I love that they're pushing it to the point where fucking Robin explodes. Fucking oh, what's another crazy thing that's happened? Um, God, there's so many fucking things that are just insane that's happened. Obviously the main things like Madeline getting her eyes lasered out, but I don't think that's that crazy to be honest with you. You know what I mean? I'm just thinking about even certain times when it was just like fucking he smashes blind spots fucking ears and fucking it's just even with Butcher and then with Becca. You know what I mean? That whole story and the son of a Homelander. It just like it just goes on with the drama, and it's so well done, that they push the boundaries and fucking shout out to Eric Kripke for the developer for fucking doing that. Because if we didn't have him or if we didn't even have Garth Ennis or Derek Robertson, the actual creators, the two creators of the comic book, we wouldn't be seeing this fucking. I'll be honest with you, this possible masterpiece of a show. Not just a superhero show. This shit is a fucking good drama, man. I watch it. Yesterday I just put it on. Like it was like in the morning. It was like 11 in the morning. I decided just to start doing things early. Boom. I just had this motive, and I just will put it on. I was just like, and I like to stand a lot. That's just me, and I like to move around a lot. And I've always been like that, always. And I was just watching. I just stood up for the whole fucking hour and a half, hour and like 10 minutes, and just stood up watching it. It just has this like this talent behind it. These open minded guys. And it's just like it's insane. You know what I mean? It's like it's so great to see that we're finally getting something like this. And people have always told me, you know what I mean, even a lot of close ones, like, oh come on, like oh we live in a good time. This is a great time to be in. You know what I mean? We live in getting such good superhero material. And I'm like, yeah, and they're not telling me that directly. We're just talking. They're just mentioning that in general. You know what I mean? And it's true, you know what I mean? And it really is. And sometimes I think about it, it's like, yeah, but you know me, guys, I'll be honest with you, I'm a fucking realist. I'll start getting all weird. Like, oh, well, I mean, there's so much going on in the world, you know what I mean? Are you sure it's not like a distraction from what we should be really concentrating on? You know what I mean? But, that's a fucking whole nother thing. But it's just like, it's one of those things where it really is true. It's like to live in a time where us, homies grew up with fucking the superhero shit. Me growing up with the most dear-hearted thing to me of my childhood, this Amazing Spider-Man animated series on fucking Fox Kids. I mean, from '94 to '98, bro, was the fucking prime years of my life, bro. I mean, I almost had every fucking toy from every the toy lines that came out for that animated series. I swear, and Batman as well. Actually, a lot of people don't know about me that now they do close ones, but and even Cinesplice now knows. You know what I mean? But it's like is that I'm a huge Batman fan too. I grew up with Batman as much as I did Spider Man, but I grew up with Spider Man more, in terms of like what I had, and my interest was more in Spidey. But Batman was always number two. But that's changed because Gambit is now literally my top number two now. So it goes Spidey Gambit now. So sorry, Bats, you gotta go fucking third. Uh, but it's just like it's so true. It's like I mean we gotta appreciate what we're getting. You know what I mean? Especially we're getting a show like that in times where it's so sensitive. You know what I mean? And so like just like I mean, don't get me wrong, guy. I mean, all opinions are me. That's what this is me today. So this is all my whatever I say. Goes on me. And but I'm just saying, it's like there's so much like political, wokeness going on, and it's just like okay, we get it. Like you know what I mean? I mean, like what happened 10, 15, 20 years ago? I know times change. Don't get me wrong. But when have you seen, like it's so sensitive, these days, so careful. You have to play it so careful now, or you're canceled, you're canned, you lose your viewers, you lose your blah 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 because maybe you accidentally did slip, maybe you didn't mean it, maybe something happened, and the world's just like, oh my god, blah 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 blah. And guys, it really is stressful. You know what I mean? That's why we like doing stuff like this. You know what I mean? Especially, myself, just to show that it's always it's that easy just to be fucking genuine. You know what I mean? And that's what we love to give you guys, and we hope you guys understand that. I hope you guys feel that as well. You know what I mean? Because I mean, this discussion we're about to get into it. Now a little deeper. I mean, just going off of all that, when have you seen a show just able to take that and just let it go? I mean, fucking kudos to Amazon. I mean, I didn't think so. You know what I mean? I mean, to have the backing to do all that. I mean, technically they do. I mean, it is Amazon. You know what I mean? Jeff Bezos. I mean, that's not. I mean, let's come on here, people. I mean, fucking multi-billionaire. I mean, shit. I mean, like they. I mean, I gotta give it to them. You know what I mean? I mean, fucking The Boys is just a fantastic fucking show, and everybody can agree. Which now, which we'll get into the stories now. I mean, the most recent episodes. I mean, fucking episode 6, home. The fucking. Let's just get straight into the meat of it. You know what I mean? Then we'll talk about the other stuff. But the fight against Homelander and Soldier Boy versus and Butch versus all three of them going at it. You know what I mean? Obviously, Soldier Boy and fucking Butcher teaming up against Homelander. But that fight, I mean, coming from just a guy that's grew up with action movies, his whole fucking life. You know what I mean? I gotta admit, I'm very proud of that in terms of that part of my upbringing where I was able to just be introduced to things so early in my life, so early. I was watching radar movies, dude, when I was like fucking 2 3 years old. You know what I mean? And I ain't exaggerating. You know what I mean? Because that's just the way it was. And that's how I was able to know actors, so early on in life, movies, directors, musical, obviously music artists and musicians. You know what I mean? Literally, just pop culture. I was just so well rounded, and I'm very proud of that. And to have something like this, and in different times where, we're getting these fight scenes that are just like this fight scene was so practical, and I even helped Cinespice on one of his other stuff too. You know what I mean? I choreographed his movie, and looking at the fight, it's just they put CGI when it was needed. You know what I mean? I mean, for those who have seen it, am I right? Like they did it when it was needed. I mean, it was just it was cool. It was practical. I mean, it was just straight brawling, dude. Like no, I mean, it was great. Even Anthony Starr. I mean, fucking kudos to that guy. I mean, that guy in his Green Goblin mirror scene. Oh my god! And you could tell there was influence. You know what I mean? You could tell there's influence from these two movies. Is the Green Goblin, all right, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 1, baby, you know what I mean? And fucking and number 2, The Dark Knight, when he gets say it, you know what I mean? And then he didn't he sound like freaking Harvey Dent, you know what I mean? Two-Face when he says it to freaking Gary Oldman in the hospital. Woo! I was just like, wow, this is they are, and this, and even that's what I'm saying is like the shock value. You know what I mean? I mean, it's crazy shock value, but you get so used to it so fast, and that's what's the point I think of the writers are trying to do, and even Kripke is showing like, guys, it's so fucking disturbing at first, but when you get used to it, you see the comedy in it. You know what I mean? And that's what they're trying to show, and that's why those guys in there just don't mind putting the craziest shit because it's like let's just fucking go. This is what it's all about. You know what I mean? And I think that's the meaning of the whole show too is just all that. And and just to see and it's so refreshing to see a fight scene that just is just straight brawling and just practical. You know what I mean? And it's them just fucking throwing the blows. I mean, it is just like now that is a fucking superhero fight. You get what I'm saying? I mean, even the special effects were better than fucking what I've seen in Moon Knight. I mean, like, think about it. I mean, let's think about this here. I'll be honest here. Moon Knight, yeah, it was okay. We already talked about that in our previous podcast. Yeah, go listen to our Doctor Strange podcast, guys. We talked about Moon Knight a little bit out there, shed some light on that, and had our opinions on that. And especially when freaking Oscar Isaac is running from in episode 1, right? He's running from the henchman, and then he's fucking going around with the freaking ice cream truck. You know what I mean? Where of course he's driving a fucking ice cream truck. You know what I mean? He can't just drive like a beat up van. You know what I mean? Is it so hard just to make it more raw like that? And then he freaking almost gets freaking murdered by crashing into the log truck. But the log truck looks so like horrible. Like, you're telling me that Disney, everyone can say, oh, it's the budget they have. Bullshit. Come on, guys. Disney, fucking, you're telling me you couldn't make at least that 2-second fucking scene of where that log truck was showing to make those special effects better? Come on. Is it really because what Kevin Feige said? You know what I mean? Oh, I'm stepping off. I'm stepping more into the writing aspect of the company, not more so the special effects. Is that why it's gone down? You know what I mean? Or are they just being lazy and using that as an excuse and he just had to make that statement? But anyways, what I'm trying to say here is that this is a time where it's like look what happens when you have just like a lower budget and you just have more heart and passion and you have writers that just have the freedom to know what they're doing, to trust them, and look what comes out of it. The boys. And that fucking fight scene. Dude, when fucking he yanks him, dude, the fight scene was basically Captain America versus Superman, and Butcher could be like fucking, I don't know, like, who would Butcher be? Like, would be like Bucky in a way. You know what I mean? Even though he hasn't died. Well, I would say fucking obviously Soldier Boy is more like Bucky and Captain America, really. If you really think about it. But that's what it was. Butcher was just like, God, who would be a good freaking side person for him? Like that would just like be like that, like kill superheroes. I mean, he could. It was just awesome. It was just like that. You know what I mean? It was just like a freaking rogue fucking dude. You know what I mean? Going at it finally with the most powerful superhero on the planet. It was great, and they freaking jumped him. I mean, the freaking lasers. I mean, everything was just so. It was just satisfying. You know what I mean? And I'll be honest with you, watching the reactors too. They had a lot of input on it as well. And it was just like really, really interesting that that everyone has like a different aspect on this, and almost the same. Where sorry guys, got a little distracted there. My bad. Heard some. But yeah, it's I mean, that was just a fucking epic fucking fight. I mean, you look at that and you're like, holy shit. And fucking Huey joining in later, and he's freaking like Nightcrawler, he's like freaking, like just teleporting away, I mean, he's cool, man. I mean, that's what I'm saying. But that just shows you. I mean, Homelander held his own though. Let's be honest here. Homelander held his fucking own on that one. You get what I'm saying? I mean, Homelander held his own. Freaking Anthony Starr, man. That guy needs a fucking, and like he needs like awards, bro. That guy is just a fucking killer actor. He kills that role. He is literally the Willem. I wonder if that's what they were insinuating too with that mirror scene. That Anthony Starr was like of our time, what Willem Dafoe was to the Green Goblin. And let's say, just for example, what's his name? What's his name that played Harvey Dent in Dark Knight, man? God, I swear his name is on the tip of my tongue. But anyways, I'll remember. But or even fucking Heath Ledger's the Joker. They're probably trying to hint that Anthony Starr. This is like he's that to Homelander. This is his role. No one else can do it. Because when you look at him, I mean, man, and this whole scene, it's badass, dude. I mean, and I love the fucking, he gets his piece, he gets his hit, you know what I mean, and he gets his fucking returns. I mean, it's just like, it's great, you know what I mean? It's super great, and and that's what I'm saying. It's just when you really look at things like that, it's like, whoa, like this is actually super fucking badass. And then you move on to, and then you move on to the twist in there, right? You know, because what else happened in episode 6 besides the hero gasm, which was, dude, oh my god. What's funny is I think even Hero Gasm was even available on Free Comic Book Day this year when I went like a month or two ago. And it was right there. And I think I looked at it too. And I looked, I was like, damn, this shit is fucking graphic. And but that's but that's what's cool, is that the show freaking does that. They live up to that rawness, but they balance it in such a way where I mean, you really feel for all these characters. You know what I mean? There's times you even feel for fucking Homelander. You know what I mean? And then you jump to episode 7. What do we find out? You know what I mean? I mean, the twists just keep going. Fucking that's why I call it the karma episode. You know what I mean? I mean, and we'll get into more of the appreciation in general as a whole in just a minute here, guys. But I want to talk about the most recent episodes because it's just been fucking amazing. I mean, let's just go down the line. Fucking A-Train. Let's start with him. Fucking, he gets freaking. They save him by using Blue Hawk's heart and fucking transplant into his fucking body. Holy, tell me that. Tell me that is not karma. Like, okay, no, no. Hey, I won't lie. A fucking guy gets what he deserved, dude. I mean, it really is true when Ashley was fucking yelling at him and she freaking rips her hair out. And that was so funny. And she freaking goes, oh, you're just worried about it. You didn't worry about the fucking collateral damage then. You know what I mean? You caused then. Why do you care about it now? Because it happened to you. You know what I mean? And this is karma coming right at him. Yeah, he killed Blue Hawk and got vengeance for his brother. But what is going to redeem him? What is he going to do? You know what I mean? Is that enough to have him join even fucking Butcher? You know what I mean? And into and fight against Homelander? Because wouldn't that be the most ultimate thing where, okay, check this out. You have these other heroes that are going through it from the 7. You know what I mean? And then there's like, and think about this. Think about they decide to join Butcher because they all see how bad Homelander and now that Soldier Boy's back, they're able to compare and get another perspective and just be like, holy shit. We really do need to kill Soldier Boy and Homelander. Like, we have to. Even though we worked for Homelander, we're pieces of shit as well. You know what I mean? We deserve the same fate. Fuck it. We need to kill. Let's join Butcher and fucking kill Homelander and Soldier Boy. Because what happened this season, supposedly fucking Homelander is fucking Soldier Boy's son? What the fuck? Like, okay, I'll be honest. I didn't even expect that. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't get it the first time. You know what I mean? And then, and the first time I didn't get that. And I was just like, oh, I thought he was Vogelbaum something, but I heard wrong. And then I come to find out it sounded more like freaking Soldier Boy was saying, oh yeah, Danielle, blah, blah, you know what I mean? And it was, I jerked off into a cup and gave it a Vogelbaum, and then boom, boom, holy shit. And that's why he says situations change. And you know what? There was rumors going around too that people, that people were saying that, oh, what happens if Soldier Boy is just as bad as Homelander? He's not. Why would he help Butcher? What happens if he joins Homelander? That was one of the very first rumors that ever came out when Soldier Boy started showing up this season, and finally, and it actually might become true. Holy shit, we're gonna need the help we need. Maybe A-Train will join Butch, and especially now that fucking A-Train said sorry to Huey. You know what I mean? And after Huey confronted him, you know what I mean? He might be like more inclined to help Huey and be like, yeah, these guys are a piece of shit. I gotta help these guys. I have done wrong. Maybe this is the way I can redeem myself and be redeemed, is to fucking go against the 7 and go against what I've always fought for, fame and all that bullshit. You know what I mean? And all that. I mean, and everything happens for a fucking reason. You know what I mean? Whatever happened to his brother happened as not just as karma, but as a reason for this. I swear to God, I think it might happen in Black Noir, and that's another thing right there. The other main thing, we find out the story behind Soldier Boy and fucking how he got the fucking damage. It's so crazy, and that's what I'm saying. The way they piece together, man, the way they piece together season and other season, they just write it to the point where let's go back to freaking where Mallory's explaining to Butch about what was it, Barbary Coast, right? Where she's explaining to him about I said other season. I think it was within the same season. This season, yeah. But where she starts explaining her experience with the fucking Payback, the team, which is Soldier Boy's team back in the day, and she says they were in Nicaragua, right? And then, and it's so funny how they smooth this story. Oh fuck, guys. Oh man, 5 hours of sleep. Come on now. Anyways, my bad, my bad. But going back to it, she freaking talks. Sorry, she goes back to it and she starts talking about her experience, and then fucking we see Black Noir's face all fucked up. But no, they fucking all teamed up on the side while the chaos was happening against fucking Soldier Boy. Teamed up with the Russians to take him away. You know what I mean? Vought gave him the green light, I should say. Let's just say that because we found out when he goes back to like this children's room, right? It was like this kindergarten room, and we see all these cartoons show up, and so we see that he's dealt with this before. That's what I'm saying. It was a whole like karma, like revealing like truth episode, right? Because even Butcher got hit by Mindstorm, and he started seeing things, with his other brother. You know what I mean? We shortly find out his brother killed himself because fucking, Butch left because he was getting abused by his dad. He started becoming a little bit like his dad. Fucking was honest with him, like, oh, it's not my right of, I can't always be taking care of you. And he left his brother. I mean, that's fucking burden if I've ever heard one. You know what I mean? Holy shit. I mean, Butch, man, but Butch needs to be redeemed. And, and we find out fucking Compound Temp V fucking kills you in like 5 doses. How many has he really taken? I don't know. I got to count. But anyways. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying. And then they go from all that about the truth of, and supposedly Mallory's story. And then they go to fucking this story with Noir. You know what I mean? And it's true because obviously he's by himself and he's seeing this all in his head. And he's looking at the stage, the school stage. And then you see the cartoons. But I love the shot where there's a shot behind him and it's more blue and darker. And then you just see like nothing. It's just him looking at just like an empty fucking room. But he's playing this in his head. So, I mean that fucking, just because I guess he got pissed fucking from home, fucking, something about Soldier Boy not getting the part in fucking Beverly Hills, or no, it was like something regarding like a role, right? And then and then Noir's like, oh yeah, this and that, but I didn't get it, and we forgot about this and that, blah blah blah. And then Soldier Boy beats the shit out of him for some reason. I think they fucking get to something, right? He says something, and then fucking the cartoons fight, but you see him. So fucking Noir got that face because of Soldier Boy. Fucking smashed his face into the fucking engine. And then fucking breaks his head in with the shield or whatever he picked up. And then the whole team teamed up to take down freaking Soldier Boy and left him to the Russians to take him away. It was a freaking ambush. You know what I mean? It was almost like set up, but that gets to the point. Did Mallory know that? But see, that's what I'm saying. They think about that. That's what I'm saying. Like, tell me a fucking show right now that is just getting your interest in that way. Yeah, Stranger Things, but Stranger Things is more straightforward. You know what I mean? Now we know the villain. Now how do we defeat him? Now we find out more about 11. You know what I mean? But now it's just more about another character has secrets again. I'm talking about like character development where, well, no, this is, technically the same character has secrets, but they're just, but I just believe that the boys and everyone, the writers are just conveying in such a beautiful, smooth way. And that's what I'm saying. They just smooth it in, even with, like when they smooth in like all these storylines and these superheroes issues. I mean, it's just amazing, and then the Easter eggs they have, you know what I mean, the cartoons and all this other crazy shit, you know what I mean. But that's what I'm saying. Even the Easter eggs they smooth in, and they're not like in your face, like fucking MCU where you'll see where they just say it, you know what I mean. They just say it. Oh, the fans want us to, want something. Oh, let's just reference it. Just have one of the heroes just say it in the movie, and then that's how we'll satisfy them. But we won't really put much effort into delivering what they truly, truly want. You know what I mean? No, the boys will just do it. And that's what's so great. And that's why this show is just like, it is amazing. And to get into these twists and turns, it's just like, and to now go to the big general aspect of the show. Let's go down the line what we talked about. The character development, again I say it. The gore, the jokes, the sexual innuendos, you know what I mean? The references, the hero-gasm, You know what I mean? The sick shit that we see, the narcissism, the love triangle. I mean, it's just insane. I mean, the way they balance it out is just it's just so well done. It's just like someone said I saw on YouTube say that it's just like every episode is just like a blockbuster. It just hits. It just boom, automatic. First opening weekend, fucking boom, top of the box office. That's what each episode is. You just always wanting more. Like the episode has not failed. There's not one episode that's like that was all right. No, it is just like back to back, back to back. You know what I mean? I mean, and it's just the way, and the way they convey the heroes of like in a realistic world, like that would be true. I mean, right? Like they would be like controlled by a corporation, so they can, because they know the power and the chaos and the damage that these people can, or the heroes can unleash. You know what I mean? Yeah, we've seen Christopher Nolan do it, but I mean, do the realistic aspect of it with the Dark Knight, his Dark Knight trilogy. But I love that too. You know what I mean? That was a great take on realistic too. I could believe that would be realistic too in terms of a Batman with zero. I really can, and I can with the boys as well. You know what I mean? Because when you have someone like as powerful as these heroes and what they can do, even freaking oh my god, let's look up his name. What's his name? Guillermo. What's his name? Freaking Stan Edgar, the guy who plays Stan Edgar in the show. Hold on, guys. Let's look it up. Let's look it up here. Let's look it up here. Let's look it up here. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Oh my god, my phone died. You know what, guys? My fucking hold on. Hold on. It's like, what was his name? Giuseppe Guillermo, freaking Federico, or fucking what was his name, man? But anyways, even he tells the senator guy, he goes, off record, 34% casualty rate. Oh my god, if you leave heroes in the, like what the hell? Like fucking cone of silence. That's what he calls a cone of silence. You know what I mean? But guys, I mean, really think about it. Like, excuse me. Holy shit, the ending has really fucking hit me. It really is, man. I'm fucking taking another one after we're done here, guys. But I'm telling you, this show just, I mean, I just want to say a big fucking thanks to Eric Kripke. A big thanks to the comic book creators, the OGs, Garth Ennis and Derek Robertson. I'm hoping I got, Derek, your last name right. Kudos to you, man. I mean, and kudos to everyone in the cast of The Boys. I mean, you guys and the parts of my boy Carl Urban, top 5, dude. I mean, that guy's he's on my top 5 actors, of all time. You know what I mean? He really is. I mean, I mean, think about it. I mean, from all the way back to, yeah, he's done recently, like Star Trek, and, he's done this, and then he was in, what was he in Star Wars, right, in a little role? Yeah. But, obviously him doing this now, which is his major thing. But even to Dredd, I mean, you would think, right? Like, I mean, Carl Urban, not just well known for The Boys, but Dredd. I mean, I won't lie, guys. Okay, I don't mean sound like a fucking millennial here, but sometimes I do look at views when it comes to videos, and sometimes it does give me an insight on how it's appreciated, and things like that. I'll be honest. And Dread, I mean, looking at even The Boys, most freaking scenes and on the most famous clips are even under 500,000 views or a million views. You know what I mean? What does that show you? But see, what I'm trying to say is, I mean, doesn't that make it better? That makes it so much better, right? Knowing that it's not so mainstream, because let's be honest, guys, no one has Amazon Prime here. I mean, let's get fucking real. I mean, these are harsh times now. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. These are not everyone has Amazon Prime, and to have a show that's kind of rare to see, and it kind of is rare if you don't have the ability to watch it. It just like it kind of makes it that more sweeter, that it's more of just like that God, how do you put it? Just like it just makes it sweeter that not, it's not so out there mainstream. Everyone knows about it, but not everyone's really truly watching or really invested, because, like I said, even online, it doesn't have as much. Let's just say, just also didn't have as much attention as I thought it would online. You know what I mean? Especially on YouTube. But I know now after this season, definitely is. It for sure will. It's definitely going to get people for sure, because now ever since season 3 came out, I mean, it's just been, I mean, all over the place. Which is awesome, because this is the time I got into it. Which I kind of wish I did get into it back in 2019. You know what I mean? Which kind of makes me feel kind of bad. Like I had to catch up. It would have been way sweeter, because I can see like even the fight between Soldier Boy, Butch, and Homelander would have been so much more better if I caught it early. And I knew my instincts were telling me to watch it too. But I didn't want to pay for Amazon Prime because I didn't think I had it. And then recently, I guess I found out I fucking paid for it somehow. I don't know. Anyways, but it was worth it, because now I'm able to really watch it, and I think it's worth paying for at least for this. because I mean it's just great. I mean I just can't wait, and and that's what the thing is. You can't wait till episode 8, and then the next week is the final episode for the season. They already confirmed season 4. Well, I mean, what else are we gonna get? Now we find out the whole story between Soldier Boy and Homelander. I mean, it's just gonna get crazy. It's just gonna get crazy, you know. And to go back to it, to that too, to the whole, publicity thing of these movie of these of the this show, and also this movie I'm about to mention from Carl Urban, Dread. I mean, it's just a time of comic books and everything, right? The MCU, the DC universe, even. I mean, the boys and the boys. You know what I mean? It's just Oh my god, what was I gonna say here, guys? Holy shit, it's really hit me. I'm like, I got so much on my mind. You know what I mean? It's just like, I was just like, damn, I gotta fucking let this out. I'm already forgetting shit. But it's really hit me. But anyways, I'll remember. I'm pretty sure it's gonna get to me. I'm pretty sure it's gonna come back. But oh, Dread. Yes, that's what I was gonna say. Carl Urban Dread. Dread. Carl Urban's Dread. I mean, that is one of the most underrated comic book movies. You would think, because of what I just mentioned with everything else, like in the world right now, the MCU, DC universe, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? You would think, no, and I think, and Carl Urban's done this. I mean, even me seeing him in Doom way back in the day when that came out. You know what I mean? I mean, Carl Urban just has that look. He's just a cool looking, fucking actor. You know what I mean? Cool looking dude. And that's the thing. It's just like it's just so well casted. Even and this is that one of those shows where it just like everything fell into place just right. The writers, the directors, the creators, the producers, even because funny, Seth Rogen produces it as well, and even Carl Urban's a producer on it. Actually Seth Rogen's an executive producer on this, which is funny because I know obviously he's made a few cameos in the show, but have you noticed he really loves his more violent superhero films, which is great because he probably understands what we're talking about here. You know what I mean? Like he's probably thinking exactly what we're talking about today, guys. You know what I mean? Of what the boys does, and he probably even read the comics back in the day. Who knows? Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. I mean, who knows? Fucking, with some of these guys, but I mean, I mean, it's really true. You know, it's so crazy, and and I'm really happy that that this is out right now, and I can say that this is a refresher from even the other the MCU, Disney, everything else. To be honest with you, it's nice to see something like this. And I just want to, got to give a big thanks to everybody. You know what I mean? I just want to give my kudos, obviously, to Carl Urban. I mean, that guy, that's fucking. I mean, that fool, he's the homie, bro. I mean, he's badass. I mean, let's not be wrong here, guys. I mean, the guy's cool. And Jack Quaid, freaking, crazy, and fucking Anthony Starr, fucking, Aaron Moriarty, that's her name, right? Aaron Moriarty. Hold on. Did I put the phone on? Oh shit, my phone's charged now. I had to freaking put the charger on. Fucking phone's always dying at the wrong time. Of course, when I'm talking to you guys. Jesus Christ. But yeah, but I mean, we would love. I mean, I would love to hear your thoughts on this. You know what I mean? On what you guys think about this. I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, come on, right? Like, it's that show. If you guys haven't seen it, basically that's what this is basically fucking telling you. I mean, you got to go see it. Period. You know what I mean? You should have no excuses seeing this show. I mean, and it's summer. You know what I mean? You need something else to watch. You're done with Stranger Things. You know what that? You fucking watch The Boys. And that's the thing is that, and I'm very happy that that I was able to freaking talk about this because, man, I'm all into it. You know what I mean? I mean, I'll be honest with you. I don't know if it's about like going and getting the comics, and I don't know if I'll go get the comics. I've been buying a shitload of comics recently. You know what I mean? And which I gotta stop because yeah, other shit's coming up, which is another story for another time, another video, maybe, possibly. But no, guys. I mean, it's just like one of those things. It's just, I mean, I got to give it to thanks to all that, and just a big appreciation today for the boys. You know what I mean? And it's July 4th weekend, and all that. So just want to, fuck, man. Like it just, I mean, this shows can't get any better. But that's not true because it's gonna get way fucking better. I mean, it's got it all. It's got it all, man. I mean, not to mention the other things obviously that happened in episode 7. I mean, with freaking Maeve having fucking okay, freaking. Let's talk about that real quick. Homelander, real quick, having her harvesting her eggs. That's why he's keeping her alive. As a superhero family, dude. This guy's fucking nuts. I mean, he is. And have you noticed that he's even taking personality traits and freaking Nazi traits from freaking Stormfront? The way he's talking, soup lives, and we can create an army of soups. And the way he's talking, he's even said, is some of the things that it was just like her, but he's doing it like in a way like he's honoring her, which kind of shows like, man, that fucking really, really loved her, man. And now that she's gone, obviously, and just like, holy shit. I mean, like, it just, I mean, I didn't even expect it, but see, that's what I'm saying. This show just keeps getting better. Oh, man. I mean, guys, I mean, I have to rewatch some of this shit. I mean, it's just badass, but, but also a big fucking, from personally for me, I want to give a big, kudos and a big appreciation to that fight scene in episode 6. You guys did a wonderful job because I mean, oh my god, I mean the back and forth on that, the punches, the brawling, I mean it was just badass, dude. It was just fucking cool. I mean, it was just insane, and I think we need more of that. You know what I mean in other films soon. I'm hoping the other companies take cues as well. Hopefully the MCU takes cues. DCU is taking. They're already trying to go that route. Already their animated shows are fucking insane, obviously, in their movies, animated movies. But, in Doctor Strange, and Multiverse of Madness, reached, push the limits of PG-13. But obviously, that's different. But still, I just gotta say, thank you guys for joining in. I mean, I appreciate you guys taking the time to listen to this. I mean. If you like I said, if you guys haven't seen it, you guys got to go see it. I mean, or watch it while you're home right now. You got nothing to watch, you watch that. I mean, it's literally gonna blow your mind, literally, fucking literally. But yeah, guys. I mean, I'm about to go take this other hit because shoot, man. Now thinking about it, I mean, I may have more to talk about. We may do this again soon. We're definitely gonna be doing this next week, guys, for sure. Because I was thinking about it. Episode 8, final season. Final episode of the season finale. We got to talk about it. So expect it next weekend as well. Might most likely delay. A lot of things happening next weekend, but we'll keep you updated. I'll keep you updated as well, guys. Most likely. If not, it's definitely going to be after that, and then if not, the following weekend. But we're definitely going to be doing that. But big shout out to the boys, the team at the boys. For the viewers here and everyone else. Fellow splicers. Want to thank you for listening, and for the people that are joining in, and even if you're international, we appreciate you. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to listen to us. We know we're new, and we're not really out there just yet. But we're hoping to be there, and we want to give you guys, of course, just like today, the most. Try to come at you guys in a more genuine way, like we always talk about, because it is true. You know what I mean? It is true. We know we're doing something similar to things, but we just want to just let you guys know that that's why we're doing HighTimes. You know what I mean? So we can just chill, have a smoke, and then just relax and chat and talk. You know what I mean? All right, guys. This is VHS Smuggler. Peace out. Have a good July 4th weekend. Stay safe. See y'all later.
We're all gonna be fine.